Hip hop started as Latino and black, half and half.
Give me this damn plate, Fat Joe. Damn, you trying to take all the food. We need to stop on these cookout invitations for a little bit. For some time now, Fat Joe has been pushing the false narrative of hip-hop being created by 50% Latino people, 50% black people. And even in his recent interviews, he pushes the same false narratives. Former Terror Squad member, Fat Joe, has been in the rap game since the early 90s. He, alongside the late Big Pun, Remy Ma, DJ Khaled, and others in the group, will go on to make their mark in the rap industry.
Do the rock away. Now lean back. Lean back, lean back, lean back.
The loss of Terror Squad member Big Pun would initiate the group's demise, leading to its end in the same year. As a solo artist, Fat Joe will go on to make classic songs, sustaining his spot in the rap community. Allow me to give y'all a quick history lesson. So back in August 11th of 1973, the Bronx of New York, hip-hop was born. DJ Kool Herc, a prominent DJ during the 70s, would host parties where he would extend a song and allow people to dance on the beat while at the same time freestyle rapping on it.
One night, I'm waiting for the record to play out. I said, I wonder if I put that to myself. I said, if they're waiting for this particular break and I have a couple more records that's got the same breakup in it, I wonder how would it be if I put them all together. And I told them, I said, I'm going to try something new tonight. I'm going to call it a merry-go-round.
Herc's merry-go-round meant that instead of playing whole records, he would play just the instrumental breaks, mixing between them to create a continuous dance rhythm.
Bro, these parties were some of the most lit. I'll watch a few videos, man. If you haven't, you need to. This will be the simple start of what we know and love as hip-hop. Now, yes, I did say that hip-hop was originated in the Bronx. You know, New York. You know that New York is a melting pot of different cultures. You have black over here. You have Asian, Hispanic, etc. DJ Kool Herc parties, he would literally have a majority of different hoods, different ethnicities, different races, all melting into one area, which is probably where Fat Joe got his crazy ass thoughts from. Since the beginning of hip hop, it has always welcomed in newcomers. As you could see from the beginning of rap in general, we have had a surplus of rappers who are not black and just embrace the culture. At some point, rap needs to be gatekept for the sake of its culture, because Fat Joe is out here perpetuating lies that need to be debunked immediately. For the longest, I tried to fend for Joe. I thought he was one for the culture. I thought he understood black struggle and I thought he had empathy toward it. But in his recent verbiage on Hoffa's interview, he leads me to think otherwise. Bro, if you're gonna try to diss a group of people, at least get the acronym right. Foundational Black American is what Joe was referring to. Black people who are born in America are considered to be FBA. You're literally lost touch with the culture that has provided you with the career that you are able to feed your family with. Not only feed your family, but you can build, you can grow people in your community. You can do all these things thanks to black culture. Yo, Fat Joe in this clip, he said a few things that led me to believe where he stood as far as racial identity and just racial status, social status, same shit. It's just awkward how whenever black people take up for themselves or they talk about the destructive past that we've been through, how we're considered to be hateful, how we're considered to be inconsiderate, unappreciative, three things, when the only thing that Tariq Nasheed, which is the leader of FBA, well, he's not the leader of FBA, but he really projected the idea of it. He created FBA as the acronym.
Where did it come from and what inspired that book?
The term Foundational Black American, I really got that term from Claude Anderson. I'm a big student of Claude Anderson, and I would chop it up with him, not just in my movies, but I would have him on my podcast, and he would talk about how unique Native Black Americans are. He would use the term Native Black Americans, and he would talk about how unique we are as far as our lineage. We are a unique group, which is true. And I started using the term Native Black American, but sometimes that term would confuse people because they thought, well, do you mean a Cherokee who's mixed with black? Do you mean a Choctaw who's mixed with black? So that term would be somewhat confusing. So I said, let's do another term. Let's tighten that term up so that there won't be any confusion. So foundational instead of native, because black people, we are the founders of this nation, meaning we're the foundation. We built this nation from scratch. So white people couldn't even say that they did that.
Tariq Nasheed's objective with FBA was to let people know that people, we are here, we created this country, we were treated disrespectfully, we were stripped of everything, our culture, our rights, we were treated less than human, even 3/5 of a human, we're damn near like dogs. But the fact that Fat Joe could say that giving and teaching that type of information is hateful it blows my mind, man. How can you say that? But when you teach someone about the Hispanic culture, you can teach someone about American history, you can teach someone about Asian history. When it comes to black people in America, quote unquote FBA history, I don't really deal with the term that much, but whenever we talk about FBA history, everyone's up in arms and in flames about it. You're literally rich off of FBA culture. Rap is FBA culture. Rap was derived from the blues and the pain that black people went through during that time. A lot of different music genres have been stripped from black people. It's a different conversation for another day, but rap was derived from black people seeing each other being mistreated by police officers, by us being almost damn near taken out by the crack era. There's so many different elements of black life that have molded and created hip-hop into the thing that it is today. Fat Joe just completely overlooking what rap is in this foundation. It just goes to show that not every student of the game respects it. Man, I hate to be the one to call Fat Joe racist because I honestly don't think that he is racist, but there was another gesture that he did here that pushed me to wrong. I sit here and act like I listened to Brand Nubian as a kid because I didn't, and really my most recent thoughts of Lord Jamar is through his interviews. Really preaches that real shit. He called Lord Jamar a Looney Tune. To me, this was the equivalent to calling someone like, I guess, Muhammad Ali a Looney Tune, or someone who stood up for black people, someone who actually went against the American government for what he believed was best for his people and his own self-interest. Guests gotta be guests, man. This should be a wake-up call to anyone who is black in America. If you love your culture as much as you should gatekeep it to an extent. If you don't, you have people like Joe who could come in here, who could have these ignorant ass thought clips and put them out there on the internet, and now you got people who are siding with Fat Joe knowing damn well that what Fat Joe is saying is pure ignorance. It's derived from a place of hate. I'm not saying that he's a hateful person because obviously he listens to hip-hop, he embraces hip-hop. That's our culture, so I respect him for that. You gotta know your lane. I'm not gonna go to a mariachi band and say, hey man, y'all got some cool dance moves, but at the end of the day, y'all know y'all didn't start this shit, man. We helped y'all. You know, the guitar you played, we created the strings, so therefore we're a part of it. No, it's not that at all. Oh man, Math had the perfect opportunity to start grilling Fat Joe. Math had the perfect opportunity to say, hey, yo, Fat Joe, what you're saying right now is completely ignorant and disrespectful to the culture who made you Fat Joe. Math Hoffa didn't do anything but sat there and laugh at him, man. And I rock with Math Hoffa. I enjoy what he's doing. I'm glad to see that he's building his own podcast instead of going to damn Culture Vulture Vlad. But we gotta hold you accountable for what you let Fat Joe say here. You basically let Fat Joe come into your living room, take off his shoes, kick dirt every damn where, and walk the hell out, man. We can't let that happen no more, bro. We gotta start gatekeeping to an extent. I'm not saying that everyone doesn't deserve to witness and experience rap, because rap is such a great thing that we hold dear to us. I enjoy that different cultures and different races enjoy rap, but we need to gatekeep. Rap is what's in you, not what's on you. In you, what's in your soul is that you're a black man. Black people created hip hop, so therefore hip hop is black culture. The culture comes from within us. To have people saying what Fat Joe is saying, that's not coming from that's not hip hop. That's some other shit. That's something outside of our culture, bro. It's frustrating to see this, knowing the history of Fat Joe. Bro was on Def Jam Fight in New York. He had the pedigree move. I thought Fat Joe was cool as hell until I started seeing these types of interviews, and I'm like, damn, he's not really for the people. He just put on a little facade for us so that we could let him in our culture. Now he eating good food. Hey man, they keep saying people invited to the cookout, but these motherfuckers y'all invited to the cookout, they out here eating a plate while we damn near facing the concrete about to die by these police officers and other motherfuckers, bro. But all in all, Fat Joe, you need to just know your range, know your lane in hip hop, bro. You're spreading straight foolishness out there, and we not tolerating that shit in 2025. Sorry, unapologetically. I don't give a damn about who you grew up with. I don't care what culture you grew up with. I don't care what neighborhood you grew up in. I don't care if you grew up with a black mom and a black dad, bro. Don't disrespect black people like that. We ain't saying nothing to you. We over here chilling, minding our business, and here you go talking your shit to us. We don't deserve that, man, and you know. And for black people, when it comes to these cookout invitations that y'all be giving out, slow down on them a little bit. Matter of fact, put a pause to all cookout invitations, dog. We checking temperatures at the door now, man. So that's me revoking all the styrofoam plates that's been given out, all the napkins, what else? Drinks, anything that will pertain to a cookout or eating at a cookout. We gonna pull that back for a little bit, because just recently, a lot of people been showing their colors. We can't trust anyone at this point. If you're new to the channel and you like my take, bro, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below of what I should talk about next. And at the end of the day, bro, I'm not here to spread hate. I just want to spread love. But we gotta nip shit in the bud before it happens, because if we continue to allow these culture vultures into our culture, we won't have a culture anymore. Hip hop is already ran by motherfuckers that's not black at all. We gotta do something that's preventative here, y'all. Let's change up the way we move in 2025, man. It's a new year, new us. Make sure you lay stuff for nobody with your peace. It's in Greece. Ooh.